Alright, so this is the part 2 of Slay the Princess. We only needed, if I remember correctly, only needed to get one more personality for us to beat the game. So this is theoretically the end. I don't know. Maybe the title's always something different. I can't give answers to questions I don't have yet, you know? If that made sense. So we're gonna continue off and see if we do this. Okay, that works. I see you have returned to me. Days be nothing in the mall forever. I have never left your side. I don't like either one of these. I am ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
So, one of my friends who watches this was, hey, have you tried...
on a path in the woods, and
There,
at
just
the
got
end
rid
of
of
that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So, what if we try just being an absolute yes man to both sides and just see what happens, or be a yes man to just a princess and see what happens, right? So I want to try that and see if it makes a difference.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. You make your way up the...
Hi!
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
What? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. No, nuh-uh.
Then drop the knife.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her.
Yes.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed.
We'll be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
A relationship? Are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say? What's your name? Have you been down here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you? Can we talk enough? How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Okay.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
What's her name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her
Oh,
Majesty.
that.
Note the lack of detail.
How long have you been down? Do you know why I'm here to kill you? How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer.
I pressed the fucking button. Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I have my reasons. Do you think I'd just come here to kill someone without even knowing why? That'd be ridiculous. Do you know why I'm here to kill you? You're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
Ah.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Forgot I had to do this. Sorry. Cool. I was hoping you'd tell me. No, we're sure they have the reasons for keeping me. No, if I'm honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart.
I got her smiling though.
Hopefully sooner.
Got her smiling.
How sweet. And they'll be a pal and help me get...
Oh, I hate that button. Examine the chains. Let's see what I can do.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'm going to check up. If there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides me cutting you out of here?
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free.
Anything to be free.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement. Is someone else?
Try the door.
You're here to slay the...
Hey, let me out of here.
Repeat myself once again. You
Stuff
make
I
your way
heard.
back to the bottom of the stairs. Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain.
Why not this side? Why this side?
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp and you make quick work of it. Before long you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Close locked door.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess of... Wait, watch me. Stop.
I thought...
Your body lunges forward. Stop it. Stop. The blade. Move.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered...
This time she's not in love with me. This time she's being like this.
This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
The prisoner. I don't remember getting this one. All right.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay...
Yeah.
A warning.
It was
before
worth
you
it.
go any further. She will lie. She will... Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, Take the knife and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud?
No, I didn't.
Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Wink. Don't even wink, just wink.
The interior of the cabin
Whoa.
is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Christ, we gotta play together.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
But there was a mirror a second ago.
And now it's...
God! I hate that that's a button. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back. I'm a bird man type of looking thing. Okay. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Human Griffin, sure. Griffin.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first?
She's like a Black Widow. She fucks him
Walk
again.
down the stairs.
Whoa!
Princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
Should we be worried about the one around her neck?
Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier.
You noticed the empty chain on the wall?
Yeah.
Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
Yes.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Agreed. I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just going to leave her now. Sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable.
Yeah.
We do have a weapon.
Yeah.
Might as well put her at ease.
Yes.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Giggles, I've already done that. I'm trying to be a yes man to her. My intentions? What do you mean? I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that? What happened after I died last time?
Oh, are we talking about that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But sure, I'll fill you in. Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them.
Your hand's still attached.
And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows?
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
So we've done like 4 so far. We've done where we did everything we could to not interact with her. We did something. We tried being in love with her. all we did was try talking to her, and we straight fucking murdered the shit out of her. So we've done 4 of those. This one we're gonna try, because we only have to do 1 more and then we beat the game supposedly. So I'm gonna try being a yes man, because I haven't been a yes man to her. I've killed her, I've loved her, I've talked to her, and now I'm trying to help her escape. So I'm trying all those and see if that makes a difference for me. Hey Aries, how's it going, dude? Checking up on me? You doing a checkup? I'm alright, I'm still here. Thank you, buddy. Okay, so
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
that bomb ass. Okay.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
So you've already been here. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
It's complicated things how, exactly?
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
A contingency for what?
For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
I haven't heard that before.
If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably.
Yes.
I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
That's pathetic.
I never said I wasn't.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
I won't.
Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Sorry, you were asking about my intentions earlier. What do you mean by that? That other chain on the wall. Who is that for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Inspect the shackle.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
And why is that?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
I don't know. Maybe it will.
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
But what if he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
I am. Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad?
Yes, it's bad.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck. And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now? Yes.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
Yep. What should we do? Do you know this was going to happen to me?
No.
So we're both stuck here?
Yep.
What should we do?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
You're not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
That's rude.
You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything.
This is so boring.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there is
Giggle.
time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent.
At least the world is safe.
It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything.
But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there.
Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
It just does.
But
Your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again.
And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
if time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
Yeah.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first. A bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there.
I'm noticing
Then
it
they get larger
here.
and larger.
Hey, have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk, remember?
Still rude.
Ah!
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
Yep.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
It's still going. My blade!
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass and pass until suddenly there are no walls. And then... And...
I think he's gone.
Yeah.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
We do not get a chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
she's gone.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Oppose the mirror. I just don't care for the small talk of the same thing over again.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear. Fear.
Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You're a nothing at all. A crow? That isn't right. You can't be nothing. You focus your gaze and then you see it. A figure faint and veiled in shadow. Just beyond the reflection.
I think you know what I am.
The crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, and another. Turn the mirror to jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
5. It's only 5! I'm sorry! What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you?
I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Ah! Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks.
I'm aware. And if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time.
Fuck! Okay. I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? If you made me, then what am I? I've met you many times. Have you been long? Are you part of me? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that? I have so many questions for you. Others like you. You've said something like this before. Have I ever really? Okay. What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
There's so many questions I have to ask, and only so many things I get to ask. Ah! There's so many questions. There's so many questions. What would it be like to live in a world without her?
Burdenless. An eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear. No more howling chaos. Just life. Forever. There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
I don't believe him, trust him, whatever you want to call it, because his version of a happy ending was after we killed her, we got stuck. She just lived inside that cabin for forever. And that wasn't good. We didn't enjoy that. That was our reward, and I hated it. Why couldn't you have told me all this from the start? I would have helped you destroy
If
her.
you actually knew what she was from the start, if you knew her capabilities, a single intrusive thought could have instantly ended the entire world.
Hey, Tuxedo. I knew I was gonna play this, so I was like, well, Tuxedo might be busy. You usually are. So my game plan was once I beat this, I was gonna send you the VOD and just let you watch it that way. So, I'm not doing behind your back. I knew you were probably gonna be busy today, so that's why I didn't. I was like, I'll just send him the VOD. So, cause, yeah, this is your game. I didn't want to play without you, but. I was like, you're usually busy. It's a Saturday. People are usually busy on Saturdays. I just want to give you the, anyways. But we got the 5th one, so we're on this is the finale, I assume. I don't want this. Are you a part of me?
I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
4 more questions. Just 4 more questions. Amelia, 4 more questions. Why would you want me to destroy the concept of the transformation?
Among
Yeah.
other things, she's death itself.
And also
To rid the
rebirth and
world of
life.
suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
I don't agree with that personally. If I destroy her, how is that existence any better than death, or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels
When I
worse.
broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
To everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live? Yeah, why are you suddenly being so open?
Her nature is to become what others perceive her to be. If you actually knew what she was, if you knew her capabilities, a single intrusive thought could have instantly ended the entire world.
I knew that already. I think you're out of time. I'm not going to slay her. Rest easy. I'm going to destroy her. Rest easy. I'm going to destroy her. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all this.
Are you lying? I can't tell. But I've said my piece, and my time's up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, do you see yourself with newfound clarity? You are the long quiet, a vast and whatever God, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. Oh, okay.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Yes.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I miss you. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation? I'm long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Do you know about the Echo? Did you hear a conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
When you're getting eaten out by yourself, is it incest, masturbation, or just sex? What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the Echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
All masturbation is self-incest. Is it masturbation, incest, or there's like a third other option?
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
With death, there is rebirth. His version of life was never dying and just stagnating. An old philosophy has always been, you can live forever if you wanted to, but what type of life would that leave? Because yeah, you can live forever, but living forever, what makes life exciting so important is that you know you're on a time crunch. Every day could be your last. You have less than 100 years, what do you want to call it? And life is forever changing. You only have that certain amount of time to enjoy all of it. But if you have no time frame, if you were able to play life forever and ever and ever, would you not get tired of it? If I were to give you a game and said, hey, you only get 2 months to play this game, and you'd be like, oh, fuck yeah, I gotta make sure I play all the beat it, have a great time playing it. But I'd say, you have your whole entire life to play this game, but you could only play this game. You'd hate it. So it's the same concept. Life is great because of death. Death is needed for life. Having just life is no fun, and being just death is pointless. So you gotta find that mix. And I don't know if she is the epitome of death and rebirth or of just death. Because his option is clear as day, where it's just life forever, and I hate it. Gay, she's eating out another chick, just like how we're gay, because we're jerking off a guy. Damn, right after releasing that banger. Okay, weird. I told it to tell me when it has ads, but I guess it doesn't. It was supposed to tell me when it has ads. But yeah, alright, so there's so many tutorials we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Don't you have to say in all this? Why is it all falling on me? Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions I need answers before I can make a choice.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach. And you cannot rationalize that which defies logic.
Yeah, I set it up last night, and I thought, like, oh, just turn on, it gives you a 5-minute warning, 1-minute warning, less the mods know. I turn on where the mods can know, where I'll know, where only we can see it in the chat, where it tells us, hey, guess what, you have a thing coming soon. I guess it's not doing that.
But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. By believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. Bound for eternity, we saw the need for impermanence, and it was through that need that you carved our freedom. Without impermanence, the suffering of living things is infinite. Would you strip my gifts away and leave everyone to suffer in the dark?
Addresses Vessel's statement directly. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation, but this isn't what any of this has been about. You've done nothing but lecture me since the minute I got here. You act as though the world can't exist without you, but I've existed without you. I won't engage in an argument that favors death and suffering. They'll get over it. They'll see your end as a gift in time.
Or, in time, would they see it as a curse?
Why are y'all gonna look at me?
Few things more terrifying than one's own heart, and there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
Did you bear the way of eternity alone? No. Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation? No. You speak about life and death, the change, stagnation, but this isn't what this has really been about. Do nothing but lecture me. Thank you for sharing yourself with me. I wish my heart with anyone. I wish I could share my heart with you. You showed me your heart to break me. It was a terrible thing to see. If that is what it takes to rid the world of suffering, I could bear the solitude.
I am aware of what it did to you. The understanding you've returned to me is a gift. Your love knife drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer, until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me. You sought the truth then. Will you hide from it, now that it is within your grasp?
I have no desire to hide, but the truth can be made better. Destroying you is what that takes to be it. I don't want to hide from the truth.
Then don't. There's no need for you to fight what we are.
I'm ready. I want to leave with you. Stop the fight early and surrender. I won't leave with you, not until I see things from your perspective.
If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world.
Can you say with eternity what shape a world without you will take?
I know what I am, but I do not know what I am not. If a world without me is so unknown, then how can you be so sure you want to create it?
As the clasp between you abates, you begin to shake. Your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's easy to believe in things you believe in. When you go, we get to sit above it all. What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
Okay, I'm ready to go, but how do we leave? I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave? I can't let that happen. I can't let everything die. I was told there was enough of you and me to preserve me in existence. I'm going to trust that's true. I have to fight for a better world. I'm so sorry. Your cruelty itself cannot let you exist. I don't know what the answer is, but there's be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you free. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you. It's true. I don't understand fully the concept of what's going on, so I'm gonna do this.
There is no something else. This, what we are, is everything.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
You have no idea how good it is to hear you. Where's everyone
They're
else?
still where you left them, stuck in the folds of this place. Part of me is with them, just like part of me is with you right now. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
I'd like to know that. So, I have these people at the game Scarlet Hollow, which is nowhere near this deep, and they still haven't finished it. Looking at the recent dev updates, they are short on funds, and now this game doing so well is helping them have the money to continue it. It takes money to make games. Like, I understand it takes money to, like, you know, do time, just like everything else. Like, money is needed for time and things of nature, but, like, I thought developing a game was just you doing a bunch of coding and stuff. Is that not true? Am I wrong on that? I don't know how making games work. I'm just understanding. What makes games so expensive is the time never put into it. It was my understanding. Took money for this game being fully voice acted. The voice acting is good though.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
Voice acting time spent, programming time spent, storyboarding. I'm
Then
ready.
Let's go. And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
There's she's covering all the windows.
Do you need me to describe things? That'd be nice. A little comfort in an almost unfamiliar place. Oh, you made it here too? We never really got to talk to her, did we? This one, I mean.
I like that description now, if you don't mind, for old time's sakes. Is it just the three of us? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
I remember at the time, if a solo dev was asking for money, though, they're trying to just live, so it's compensating them for the work they're... Just compensating them for the work they're not doing so they can work on the game. People eat. Which makes sense. I never had a problem with that. I never have... when it comes to small devs, never ever have a single problem giving them money. Because I'm like, look, you invest your time, your effort, and your mind to this. You deserve to be compensated for it if it's great. Obviously, there's been plenty of bad things where I'm like, I wish I didn't spend money on this. But there's been plenty of things I'm like, I wish I could have given you more. Where there's been plenty of games where I've like, I need everybody to buy this game, I need everybody to try this game because it did such a great job. This person needs to be shown the love that it deserves. So I've done that. I've been on both sides of the spectrum on this.
And I've been here since you left me here.
Hey.
No hard feelings, I'm just glad you're back to see this through.
If the offer still stands, could you describe the cabin to us for old time's sake?
Of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's not really a cabin, is it? It's that terrifying blend of everything. Only it doesn't feel so terrifying anymore. It's still shaped like a cabin, it's just different in places. There's still walls, a door to the basement, a table, that knife. Windows. You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever really included the windows in his cabin descriptions, did he?
No.
He mentioned the windows when we broke them.
Yes.
No mirror this time, either. I think it did whatever it needed to do.
Brian's playing Valheim. And this game, despite being easy to make on a technical standpoint, well, the art and voice acting is pretty top tier and would take a solid minute and lots of... Dude, yeah, like, you could... It's cool that it shows you, like, the concept art of them drawing before they finalize deal with stuff like this. Oh, I love seeing that. It's not so much visual novels.
And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Is the narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated. Really goes to show how much you've grown up. Killing somebody across every iteration of reality just by existing. I don't even know what I would do if I were in the driver's seat with that kind of power.
Great. I don't know. I don't actually know how to feel about him being gone.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
I just feel like I don't know enough about any of this.
It's not complicated at all. I miss him. I feel bad that he's gone. That's probably for the best. It's always seems to give us more things we can do, right?
Yes. Whore!
So, you're not going to suggest we throw it out the window? No, we've been through too much for that. And he's gone, so there's no one left to mess with but ourselves. You've gotten serious. Besides, what's the third beat? It isn't funny if we toss it out the window twice.
Yeah.
There's the guy I know.
Left the window anyways. That's funny. I like how it still gives you the option.
Those winding stairs again.
Oh no.
But now there's only one way forward. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Yep.
Yeah, it was a real mess. Stopped being fun pretty quick.
It's okay. You can come down. The stairs won't bite. Not this time.
Fuck does that mean?
We don't know what you want from us, but let's talk. All of us. Maybe we can help you find your way.
She doesn't sound messy anymore, though.
At least somebody here feels put together.
And forward we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting. That was easy compared to last time. Just stairs. No weird fuzzy stuff or nonsense trying to pull us apart. Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
It wasn't bad, no.
So, you brought the knife. After everything you've seen, and all the lives we've lived together, you still aren't sure what you want to do? Unless you are. We just hope you're sure of yourself, one way or the other.
I want to sit. Never got the chance to talk to you before you were taken away. Not you at least. I'm sorry for what I did.
It's okay. No hard feelings. In a way, you helped us become a version of her. But we weren't very good at it. I don't think a conversation with us then would have been very insightful. That's probably why we were taken away. That's all we had to offer you. It was time to change again.
After all we did, she's just forgiving us. Just like that. You know, that means a lot.
I don't think I want to be a god. Are you the same as you are out there? I don't want to hurt anyone. There has to be a way out of this. What are we going to do? I don't want to have to slay you, but I don't know what other options there are.
Hard agree. Seems overrated. Too much pressure.
But that's what you've always been. Even now. You can't put aside such an important part of who you are. And neither can we. So, you might as well embrace it.
Are you the same as you are out there?
Yes, we think. We're kind of like a shadow. Out there, every part of us is blended together into one huge idea. A big wave of unyielding change crashing against the world. But in here, we're fractured. Small. Still a little more separate than we'd like to be. Our instincts still trying to pull us in different
I
directions.
see the vein on your neck.
That's kind of like us, isn't it? Yeah. We really are the same.
I don't want to hurt anyone. There has to be a way out of this. Well, what are we going to do?
Maybe this doesn't have to end just yet. Maybe there never even has to be an ending.
The way it all works seems to be based on you. If you believe we can do something, then we can do it. So believe that we can put it all back. Believe we can fix the Echo's construct and make us all forget. Believe we can send us all back to the beginning, before anyone woke up, before the truth consumed us.
Can they really do that? Are you sure that's what you want? Why wouldn't
She's
it
crying.
be what we want? Especially if it brings him back. We can't keep going without a nemesis.
Would resetting it do anything to help them, the people out there? If you continue to exist, then don't they continue to just die and suffer?
If you believe we can give them more time, then we can give them more time. It's all up to you.
It's all about what we believe, huh?
Yeah. Don't underestimate the power of our thoughts. You've seen what they can do. You haven't even seen the half of it.
We're going to find ourselves back here eventually. If we're talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before? This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again. Is there any other way? I take it all back. I don't want this. I don't want to kill you. Is it too late to go back to being a god? Okay, let's do it. I believe in us. We're going to find ourselves back here eventually.
And when we do, we can choose to do it all again. We'll always be able to start over, if that's what all of us want.
If we're talking about this now, let's make it. Yeah, like we haven't done this before.
Maybe we have. Maybe we haven't. We can't know something like that. But we're choosing to do it now. And maybe we'll just keep doing it again and again, forever. It's almost comforting to know we can keep meeting each other over and over again.
I'm not in love with her. Why is there like this hidden underlying meaning that like we love each other or something? I didn't pick that up. Did you guys pick that up? I didn't pick that up. I don't care about you. I just don't want you to kill everything, and I don't want us to stay perpetually alive forever. There has to be a balance here. You're the darkness, I'm the light. We gotta find that middle ground. We can't just have one or the other. How do you know that things won't just end up worse? What if when I make my way back here, I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything?
That's okay. We have to be able to trust that whatever choices we make, they're the right choices. Maybe we'll continue the loop of forgetting and restarting forever. Or maybe we'll decide, at some point, that it's time for things to end.
But can we trust ourselves? Our memories will be gone, and we'd have to decide to do this every single time, forever. Eventually, something's going to be different.
When we first met each other in the long quiet, there was something inside of us. Something we couldn't recognize or understand. And we can't say we fully understand it now. A warmth when we look at you, the kind you don't realize you're missing until it's come back. Every time we hurt each other, every time something awful happened, it was still there, undercutting the pain on the surface with a constant, soothing glow. That warmth is never going to go away, and that's why we believe in you.
This isn't fair. I want to be with you. I don't want to be alone again. Is there any other way? I don't want to forget you.
We don't want to forget you either, but that's what we would have to do.
A single tear forms in one eye and slides down their cheek. Sorry, couldn't help myself.
We don't think we ever really forget, anyway. There's always something that draws us back together. Some buried memory that both of us treasure.
Is there any other way?
Our options are limited to what that knife offers us. Either we use it to put things back, or you kill us. We're sure you can figure out which one we'd prefer. But we don't want to influence you. We're sure you'll do what you think is best. If it's time for it to be over, it's time for it to be over. As much as we might want a few more precious lifetimes with you.
That's called influencing. I take it all back. I don't want this, and I don't want to kill you. Is it too late to go back to being a god?
There's no turning back now. You came down here with the knife, which means the knife has to get used, or there wouldn't have been any meaning to taking it. And this place is all about meaning. But if that's what you want, you can always hope that the next you will want that too. But there's only one way to give him that choice.
Yeah. We're already here, and we've already brought the blade, and nobody wanted to throw it out the window. We can't just go back now. One way or another, we'll have to see this through. There's your third beat. Hey, you're right. There it is. Can't say it's very funny, though.
This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again.
You'll be back here again, sooner than you think. And then we'll part ways again, and find each other, and part ways, and find each other. It's like we're never really alone. Because even the time we spend apart is time spent chasing these moments of reunion. And they're all the sweeter for the isolation in between, don't you think?
That's beautiful.
Shut up!
You've really grown a heart, haven't you?
Yeah. So I have these three choices. Either we say, don't have an answer, let's reset everything! Either we just reset everything, right? And start back from square one. The first second that we started this game. We start back to the very fucking beginning. Or it says, or you have one option, restart everything. Or the second option, kill her. There'll be no more death, no more change, no more cycle, no more rebirth. We have the power of influence on our minds, and we don't get to have that option. Either we reset, or we kill her. That's all we have. That's all we get. That's all we get. Do you want change or stagnation? The problem is that change. Stagnation means at least there's still birth and rebirth and death and birth and like reset and always all these different options. If we kill her, death is gone and we become stagnant. Death is no longer an option. Darkness is no longer there. We become stuck in this blinding light. No longer allowed for death, no longer allowed for chances. We become stuck in that cabin once more for all eternity until we kill ourselves. That's our only option. That's all we get to do. We become stuck in that void for eons and millennia. Just not just us, but everyone, everything. Or we take the plan of resetting and it goes right back to the very beginning where we have all these choices and all these differences, and death is what gives life meaning. 100% agree. That's exactly what I argued for earlier. By killing her, we get rid of death. But by agreeing to her plan, we just reset everything. We did all this for nothing. For nothing. It all goes back to the first second. So, no matter what, both these choices suck. Neither one of these are good choices. I don't like either one of these. Neither one of these work for me. Her pain can end forever, but ours would last forever. I'm stuck. I don't know what to pick. Both these suck. I'm trying to put the pros and cons of what sucks less. Like that's it. Just what's the worst of the two? What is the lesser of two evils? Like what's the choice? What's the option? What's the goal? Give me 1 second. I just found something. There's a grasshopper by my goddamn plants. We can't be having that. They eat plants, and these seedlings are still growing. By the way, they've grown beautifully. Here's over central crisis, the pinnacle of existing in crisis. It is better to have the option to change, or it is better to take everyone option away. Is it better? Like, shut up, Chrysler. Alright, I'm gonna lean on resetting. Because at least with reset, we can eventually, potentially find a way where we can coexist. Whereas killing her, it's guaranteed. We're stuck in never dying. Whereas having that gives us the option to potentially find a different solution. Find a different way of existing. Find a different way of figuring this out. So, stab, stab, stab.
Okay. If this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side. Speak for yourself. Maybe I'll see you too. Maybe I won't. They take the blade from our hand and stare fondly into our eyes.
I'll see you soon.
Everything is going to be okay. We love you.
Respond with, I know.
You're on a path in the wood. You're here to slay her.
Is this... And that's it. Holy fuck, there's a lot of people here. There's legal? Translations, which I like. A lot of translations. Head of QA. Is this actually like a big game company thing? Look at that. I like that. Orchestra, tracks. Finish the game. The good ending doesn't count? Does that mean we got a bad ending? Here's the check order for a special place just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. Thank you so much for playing. As a question for guides, here's the check order for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. I don't know what it's asking for. I mean, I'm still gonna take a picture now. You play the soundtrack in that order. What? Something happens? We get a special something? And now that you've finished the full story for the first time, you've also unlocked the gallery. You access from the main and in-game menus under the Memories tab. It's full of clues that'll help you find undiscovered vessels and interactions. Happy hunting. Well, that's the route I took. Oh. That's pretty freaking cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Prisoner. Betray her before she betray you. Fall to a feral captive. She isn't armed, is she? Ooh, I'd like to see that. Die pathetically to an apprehensive prisoner. Meet your equal in combat. You need more space. A narrow cave is no place to fight. It's no place to stay forever. Angels' demons are cut from the same cloth. It's best to not deny a proud being. One might resist the divine, but it's very hard to kill a god. There is no shame in failing. Sometimes when you cut something out of you, a piece of you leaves with it. There are other ways to die to nature than to let it swallow you whole. Become one with a princess in a very literal sense. May involve, but does not necessarily being eaten. Sometimes the only way to break a vicious cycle is to put your heart on the line. There's so many different endings. Holy shit. There's a lot of different endings, holy shit. Different vessels. I've unraveled. It's you, you've grown, you've withered. You've unraveled, our narrator. You are nothing at all. Damn both of you to an incomplete existence. Then there's all of her. How wild is this? That's so freaking cool. This game has so much to work with. There's so much there. There's so much to enjoy. There's so much to experience. This game has insane amount of replayability. Yeah, there's a lot in this game. This game is outstanding. That's just to anybody. If you ain't doing it, what the fuck? If you don't buy this game, you're wrong. Buy it, try it, come up with your own ending, and see what you can find, which I could not. I struggled to think of what the 5th version could be. I chose to try to avoid at all costs, to fight back against the system. I tried to kill her just quickly and let her kill me, and then I killed her back. I tried to fall in love with her. I tried to just simply talk to her, do nothing else but just to talk. And then I tried to help her and got locked up because of it. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Then try to run away. That'd be interesting. I mean, it tried to let us leave before, but it locked the door and we're kind of stuck there with the knife anyways. But I want you guys all to figure out your own endings and figure out what I cannot. And figure out different pathways that I cannot think of. Because obviously I have a bunch I can't think of. But we're going to end it here with our own thoughts and my own heavy heart. Because I do have a heavy heart. It hurts that I wasn't able to find the ending that I wanted. And that we got to start from the beginning and go through all that heartache and pain just to potentially find the way that we wanted. But we'll figure it out. Anyways, we're going to end here. So with that being said, everybody have a good night. And colonizers, stay strong.